Hey Google, is the Earth really flat?
Don't be stupid, you're nearly 40 years old.
Fair enough.
Bloody idiot.
I'm sick of morons.
Well, I guess that told me. Anyway, happy Saturday. And speaking of morons, we've got loads of them for you today. We have two who are going to provide irrefutable, totally irrefutable proof that the Earth cannot be round using a globe. It's going to be great fun. But before then, do you remember last week when Del and D Marble, the double Ds, they did their first show, Everything We Know About Science? Well, they're back for part two. It's been brilliant.
Is this still working?
I'm pretty sure.
What's going on?
Um,
So here we have a bike with a chain and a cog and another cog at the back, okay?
I think it's cool.
Yeah? You want me to disprove gravity? Watch this. Woohoo! Oh, they love it. Right, let's get on with the stupid.
This has zero angular velocity right now.
So, this is In Rem, really cool YouTube name. His real name's Brian. He likes to come on my channel and post stuff like this. So, I took that to the languages department at a school I used to work at, and they couldn't translate it either. So I went on his channel to see what it was all about, and I'm so glad I did. Now, let's watch that clip we've just seen, because it's literally the only correct thing he says in the entire video.
This has zero angular velocity right now.
Yeah, he's right. At the minute, that globe had absolutely no angular velocity. Let's just look at the difference between velocity and angular velocity. This ball, I just give it some velocity. I made it move in that direction. We all know what speed is. Brian here, he's going to get a bit confused about angular velocity. Angular velocity is how fast something spins. Now, the Earth spins once in a 24-hour rotation. That gives us about 7 times 10 to the minus 5 radians per second, or 0.004 degrees per second. Let me show you how fast that is. You ready? Did you miss it?
And you cannot put this toy truck on this toy globe and it sit there without rolling off. I guess a little bit you can, but look at that. A little motion there just to get it off. So, you throw in the angular velocity.
Now, if you didn't think this video could get any more stupid than the car, keep watching.
And to meet the angular velocity of the 24,901 mile circumference globe at 1 RPM per day.
He really is breaking new ground in science. You see, I know what 1 RPM is. That's 1 revolution per minute. I know what 1 revolution per day is. That's what we saw before. But 1 revolution per minute per day, this guy's working on a whole different level.
Which is 0.0006944 revolutions per minute.
Well, it's not 1 RPM then, is it?
This globe here would have to spin just under 600 RPM to match that same angular velocity. And I can't spin it that fast by hand, folks.
600 RPM is literally 2,400 times faster than the Earth spins. Well done, Brian.
Now you can throw in your God gravity, and it ain't gonna lock them tires up. You got round to round, and you can see, it'll already just roll off. You throw in the angular velocity, and when you're in that northern hemisphere with the angular velocity, you will have to ride the brakes going south.
So, what Brian is saying is, if the Earth was spinning 2,400 times faster than it actually is, and we had a car that was about 2,000 miles long, and then we put the Earth on a planet that was thousands and thousands of times bigger or more massive than the Earth, then that car might not stay on the Earth. It's a point we all needed to hear.
It's not about how we've been told a lie, but it's because we've bought the lie.
Keep practicing, Dean. Now, I'm going to leave InRem's video alone now because I'm going to be honest, I'm getting stoned just watching it. And I'm going to move on to someone else who's got irrefutable proof using a globe. But this guy, he's nobody's fool.
I just want people to realize that I'm not a fool.
I told you.
Hello, everybody. I call this video the simplest, irrefutable flat Earth proof.
Right, well, you do look much more sensible than Brian was. So what are your credentials?
I have a degree in math, and I have a Juris Doctorate, and I have been practicing law for almost 30 years. Some of these people who will watch this know that I have won some incredibly difficult jury trials. A jury trial is not a simple thing. Many attorneys avoid them at all costs because they are so difficult and so stressful.
Yeah, very stressful. He's only 22.
And I have won some cases that people would think that you could never win. But I won't get into the details of those.
Thank God for that.
I just want people to realize that I'm not a fool.
I wish you'd get on with it.
But we have been deceived. And now I want to show you the simplest, irrefutable flat Earth proof. So let's look at the first flat Earth proof.
If he does with that plane what I think he's going to do, and what we all think he's going to do, I'm quitting YouTube.
This is the proof, and you can't deny it. So you start your journey at the Arctic, as far to the north as you can. And you begin to go south. Now notice as I'm going south, I have to continue dipping the nose of my airplane in order to stay level with the ground. Now I'm going to continue all the way to Antarctica. Now notice I'm continuing to dip my nose down to stay level with the Earth. Now I'm going down into South America, continuing to dip down, and finally I get down here to Antarctica. And look at that. My airplane is upside down.
Hi, is that YouTube? Yeah. Stick it up your arse.
You can't deny that proof.
I don't know why I bother.
Don't mock. I'm not a fool.
So, our friend Digital Plague is back for Chatbox Travels. He just won't listen. Last week I did a video on chemtrails, and he wasn't happy with my verdict on aluminium existing in the Earth's crust. So this is what he sent me.
Sorry, Carl. How can you detect aluminium in the Earth's crust? Aluminium is a man-made alloy. I'm the only person on the planet who thinks that, but it doesn't exist in nature. Aluminium is not real. It's a conspiracy. We make it. And I'm going to go on and say some stuff about fluoride I don't understand as well. And it doesn't bother me. Everything I say is wrong. I keep coming back. I'm like a bad poo.
Aluminium is a man-made alloy and not an element that doesn't exist in nature. I swear, each week, Digital Plague, you are getting worse and worse. Who's next?
I'm next, and my name is InRem. It's really Brian. Show your factual, repeatable, observable evidence.
No, InRem. I think after seeing the level you're working at, this might be more your speed. What I might do is print it off for you, send it you can colour it in, put some butterflies on it, send it me back in like a colouring competition. You'll be the only entrance. I guarantee you'll win. Well, top 3. Anyway, Digital Plague is back for the next comment. He can't leave me alone. He's still massively butthurt about the video we did a couple of weeks ago where Action Lab proved that a rocket can work in a vacuum because they placed a can of pop into the vacuum chamber, and as the pop shot out one end, the change of momentum threw the can the other way, showing that change of momentum is all that's needed and not the pushing off of a medium. He wasn't happy. This was his response.
Would you say there is less pressure in a can of Sprite than inside the ISS? I'm pretty sure there would be more pressure in the ISS than in a can of Sprite. Does more or less pressure cause explosion? Blah, I'm so confused.
Now, what makes this even worse is in the post prior to the post he just made there, he said this to Conspiracy Cat subscriber David Ackerman.
Hello. I don't think you get how pressure works. You're clearly living in a fairy tale land logic. Doesn't make any sense.
Digital Plague, I'm going to explain this to you, and I'm very close to blocking you. Not because you irritate me, but to protect you from me making fun of you every single week. Here's the can of pop. Here's the ISS. We can pressurize a can of pop by putting as much gas in as possible. And when these particles collide with the inside of the container, they create a force. And we find the pressure by dividing the force by the area. The more particles that are in there, the bigger the force, the bigger the pressure. This is the ISS. There's no need to deliberately do this with the ISS and create a pressure so high, we're going to crush all the skulls of the astronauts. Now, how pressure really works was explained to him in the comments section by all the Conspiracy Cat subscribers. Good job. And this is how he responded. Now, even I'm not going to try and read this out.
My name is Digital Plague. It's a Digital Plague song. This is the Digital Plague song. My name is Digital Plague. One time, Digital Plague.
So, do you remember Dean Wright? Well, he featured in last week's video where I put him on the shelf for shame for being a bit of a knob. Now, he saw that video and he responded. How do you think he responded? I was kind of hoping for something like this.
Well, the work you do is fantastic, mate, and it's really been really nice to come down and meet you.
But I got this.
Grow up, full stop, with no space, then no space, retard, full stop, twat.
Now, in amongst all that numbnuttery, there was a ray of hope. A guy called Rybic, who commented on my chemtrails video. He saw what Digital Plague said about aluminium, and he agreed aluminium is also dangerous. Let's see what he said. It's brilliant.
I also believe aluminium is dangerous. I was once hit by an aluminium car and it was very painful. Love it. This applause is for you.
That's it.
We bought the lie. Well, we decided to sell the lie. We don't want to buy the lie anymore.
That's it.
Now, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. But Tuesday's video, I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be a celebration of a guy called the Rumpus, who's fast becoming a hero of mine for the way that he's handling He Who Shall Not Be Named. But before then, loads of people have been putting in the comment section, when am I actually going to get out the guitar and play a proper song? Why not now? Here we go.
This is a Digital Plague song. It's the Digital Plague song. My name is Digital Plague. Do something fancy now. Oh man, that's really good. My name is Digital Plague. I know about pressure. My name is Digital Plague. It's time to go to bed. Oh, hello?